What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So we have an interesting one here today for this trailer review reaction. I wouldn't say this is strictly a horror film, as it is more of a possible like murder mystery. However, I do feel, and you guys have heard me say this time and time again, I do feel there is a place for stuff like this within the horror space. Just like I think there's a room for like serial killers, things of that nature, any content to deal with that type of stuff. I do think it's like a subgenre of horror. It can be put as a subgenre of horror. So even films like Zodiac, for example, like David Finch's Zodiac, while that's not a straight up horror film in the traditional sense, I do think it has its points and tones, I think, and themes. I think that's the best way to put it. Even like a film like Seven, for example, I wouldn't see those and say, oh, horror film, while I do think it does fall within a particular subgenre of horror. So all that to say is this particular series, The Better Sister, Jessica Biel and Elizabeth Banks, star in Prime's crime drama series. Now, we are going to start covering some of these types of series, especially there is a new one that came out on the Peacock streaming app. I haven't gotten to it yet. We did do a trailer review reaction on that one. The series has been out now for about a month, so I think and they dropped the whole thing at once. I think it was like 8 or 10 episodes. It was like a police murder mystery, almost like a horror type setting. So we're going to take a look at that series. I'm probably going to do an episode by episode breakdown of that. I initially thought I was going to do, if it was 8 episodes, probably do like two episodes per video or something like that, just to kind of condense things. But some people have commented they would prefer have like an episode by episode, so we can just focus on the one thing. So probably going to do that, and I'm going to do that with this series as well. So as you can see, this article is from a month ago, actually more than a month ago now. But the trailer for this just dropped within this past week. So we're going to look at this article just to give us some context. Then we're going to take a look at the trailer, because when this trailer dropped, there have been no updated articles, no updated content as to it. It kind of just dropped in our laps. So let's take a look at this article, get a bit of a context again around the series. Then we're going to jump into the trailer. So Jessica Biel, you all may remember her from the Texas. I mean, she's been on a lot of stuff. Don't get me wrong. They're just calling out here the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which was the remake they did, I think, back in 2003, I think it was, which is probably one. And I'm not a big fan. You all know this. I'm not a big fan of remakes and reboots. I don't really stand behind them all that much. But when it comes to remakes and reboots, this one here, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre one from I think it was 2003. Is by far my favorite. While I do enjoy the original, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I mean, it was groundbreaking for the time. It's a very foundational horror film for the genre, but this is one of the very few remakes I do enjoy. So Jessica Biel and Elizabeth Banks lead the cast of Prime Video's The Better Sister, with a May 29 premiere date set for all 8 episodes, which, okay, so that's a bit different. Usually Prime Video doesn't drop all episodes on the same day. They'll usually do 1 or 2, in some cases even 3. So like The Boys, that series, I believe in season 4, they dropped the first 3 episodes on the opening day, on premiere night, and then they did a week by week episode upload. So this isn't normal for them to drop all 8 episodes on one night. I know they just recently did it with the Kevin Bacon series. The whole demonic, he's a bounty hunter and he's tracking down demons that have escaped hell. I am currently watching that series right now. It's been out for about 3 weeks, so I do feel it's been enough time to start posting spoiler videos out there on that one. About 3 episodes in. So far, I'm really enjoying it. As you all know, I'm not a Kevin Bacon fan by any sense, but for this, I am enjoying it. It's not too different from some of the other stuff we've seen within the genre. It does remind me a bit of just a different take on various aspects of the Supernatural TV series, but I am enjoying it nonetheless. So be on the lookout for an episode by episode breakdown of that series. They're very short episodes. Some of them are only 25, 27 minutes, not very long at all. And they did upload that entire series at once. So here again, we have Prime looking to do the same thing with this series as well. The Prime Video series, based on the same title novel by Alfair Burke, is about the terrible things that drive sisters apart and ultimately bring them back together. Chloe, a high-profile media executive, lives a picturesque life with her handsome lawyer husband Adam and teenage son Ethan by her side, while her estranged sister Nikki struggles to make ends meet and stay clean. It says here, this is a quote: "When Adam is brutally murdered, the prime suspect sends shockwaves through the family, reuniting the two sisters as they try to untangle a complicated family history to discover the truth behind his death." We have some more, looks like casting information here. We don't necessarily need to go over all that. Let's see here, more casting, producer information. Then it just says, while you wait for a trailer, check out some first look images. And again, this article was well over a month ago. No new article dropped when the trailer dropped, so that's why it's stating that. So we have these first look images, which we're not going to spend a lot of time dissecting because, again, we have the official trailer that just dropped. So nothing more to the article from over a month ago. So let's get back to the top. All right, so now we're going to pull up the article. We're going to pull up the trailer and see what this one's about.
My husband has been murdered. And my sister is here. And though I am feeling anxiety about this, release it.
So you said you left at 8:45, and you came home, put down your things, kick off your shoes, came over here, but you feel something at your feet, and that's when you see your husband.
Burglary going wrong is quickly falling out of the lead for me. Oh, that's a selfie.
Replaced by...
Someone staged this.
Hey, Nikki. I got here as soon as I could.
Are you family?
This is my sister. And Ethan's mother. Biological. Ethan lives with me.
Ethan's other mom, Adam's ex, she's unstable.
What a crazy turn. The world knowing you stole your sister's life.
Oh my God. This is everywhere. At least it's a good photo of us.
Grief is something people can connect to. And that's the story you need to tell.
Alarm was disarmed 20 minutes before Adam was killed.
Does that make sense to you, Ethan?
You're asking him to put himself in the mind of his father's killer? Wake up, Chloe. Ethan killed his father. Just shut up.
Whatever's happened between you two in the past, Ethan is in real trouble now. You want to protect him. Tell me everything.
Keeping secrets and leading double lives. This is what your family is about.
Do you understand what is going on here?
Oh my God, enough with the Jerry Springer antics.
Sick burn, 1998.
You know it's coming.
Scares you, doesn't it?
Your life is shitty because it is built on the bad decisions that you have made.
Your life is a lie!
Be careful. There's still a killer out there.
Sometimes we dig. We don't like what we find.
So a lot to unpack in that trailer. That was almost a 3-minute trailer. So some of the things that immediately caught my eye sounds like one of the reasons why these sisters probably are estranged is the fact that Nikki, who is the one that shows up, was married, had a child, and for whatever reason got divorced, or she left, and then the husband married the sister, and now they have a successful life. She ended up raising her nephew as her son, and now husband is dead, sister shows back up, and now we see that play out. Yeah, it definitely seems like they think Ethan, the son, has something to do with it. They're very skeptical of him. We also see a flashback of what appears to be the two sisters as children down by a creek, and someone's handing them a knife, which it almost appears that same exact knife shows up at the end of the trailer. It's like laying in some gravel. Appears it might be underneath a car that someone's getting ready to reach for. So that's interesting. We also see Jessica Biel's character as the trailer goes on. She's starting to meet with she's being followed. She's been seen and being photographed with other individuals. She's on a beach, ditches her phone. So And the other thing I noticed is the police officer, the detective that appears to be leading this case. It was interesting because when she's in the house taking pictures, she says, you know, this was staged and everything. She's the same exact detective or cop that was in Gone Girl. And when she went into the house to take pictures, she was like, oh, this seems very staged, right? Like things are staged. So I thought that was an interesting, I don't think there's any connection there. I just thought it's interesting that she's playing a very similar part. A murder scene is staged and all that. So I thought that's immediately what came to mind when I saw her. You really can't tell who's involved in what. You really don't know if both sisters are involved, because Nikki, the one who seems down on her luck, again, towards the end of the trailer, was yelling at her sister, you know, your whole life is a lie. So I'm thinking Jessica Biel's character has something to do with this, whether maybe not directly, but maybe indirectly. I don't think the other sister, Nikki, the one who ends up showing back up, I don't necessarily think she has anything to do with it, but we'll have to wait and see. The series comes out in a couple of weeks. Like I said, we'll be doing an episode by episode breakdown of this, even though all 8 will drop on the same day. I'll parcel them out just to give everyone time to watch them completely through. But this one looks pretty interesting. I like these kind of mystery thrillers, like whodunit type thing. Again, not directly horror, like slasher, out in the camp, out on a campgrounds or out in the woods, things like that, masked, killer chasing you. But I do think there's a subgenre around this that can lead into up to horror. So that's why we're covering it. Anyways, that is the trailer for The Better Sisters, Amazon Prime. Let me get the date again for you all. It's 8 episodes. It's all dropping on May 29th. So again, just roughly, let's see here. We have 2.5 weeks before this drops. The 29th is on a Thursday. So all 8 episodes will drop on May 29th, which is a Thursday. We'll start watching them that weekend. And then the following week, we'll start uploading spoiler videos, episode breakdowns. So that's going to do it for this trailer review reaction. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let us know what you think about the Amazon Prime series, The Better Sisters, again, coming later this month. And if you haven't done so already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, we'll see you at the next one. Later.